Hey Pisces, this is your reading for the month of July. So the way I like to do this is I start with letting you know a vision I had, or what I had my meditation time vision-wise for you. And then I go into tarot and oracle cards as guided from there. I am going to be doing this more and more different as we go. I've been changing my style up some. However, you guys have a little bit different I'm doing completely because I just felt guided to do this different as well today. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. I'll go ahead and put in the description all the decks I use. And I'll also put a link to a website, a free website where you can check out the rest of your chart, and find out different planets or different signs in the rest of your chart, your birth chart. So that way you can look up those signs readings, because those might be valid for you as well. This is for, like I said, this is for Pisces, and it's for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, or Venus. But a lot of times if you have Pisces in your Sun, Moon, or Rising, this will be super pertinent. Pertinent is a word? Not permanent. I was going to say permanent. But yeah, so I mean, I guess it is permanent. You'll have that in your chart. If you're born with it in your chart, it's in your chart. That placement. So yeah, as far as the vision I had for you guys, basically I see it's the idea of sweeping water with like an industrial type, like one of those brooms that you like brush like that. But then there's a ring you're sweeping away or along. For some of you, this may be intentional. Others, it may not be intentional to be sweeping it, but that's kind of what happens when the water gets swept and everything gets cleaned up. All the old dirt and dirty water, it all gets swept away. And then, like I said, in this vision, the ring is getting swept along. So for some of you, that may be a relationship commitment, swept along. There was no clarity as far as it going into a drain, but it's getting swept with dirt and stuff. So it probably is going away. But yeah, so some of you guys may be getting over an old relationship, saying you're done with a relationship. And some of you guys, it might just be a commitment. It might not be a relational thing. It might just be a committing belief, a commitment you've made, something you've held on to. So, I mean, it may be different for some of you than others. So like I said, this is going to be different, even than the rest of the signs this month so far. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to go ahead and I'll pull for you what the energy you're coming in with for the month of July. Like what are you, where are you in yourself? Like what's the energy you're bringing to the table? Spirit, God, universe, what is the energy that Pisces is bringing to the table for the month of July, especially in regards to the vision? What is this whole message? What do you need Pisces to see? What are they bringing to the table? Oh, that was a crazy pile. Okay, so so 2 we'll put down here. Okay, so some of you guys, it's interesting with the ring analogy. It says break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Some of you guys, that might be breaking the chain and getting rid of the old, especially, you're getting rid of the old water, the dirty water, patterns, healings. You're basically trying to make the room or the space that you're in clean for you and more reflective of yourself rather than the grime and muck left by others or past beliefs and patterns that you've had. It's interesting. It's Jupiter, but like the light there, that like it just mimics to me for that. And then here's just say yes. So some of you guys might be even in a commitment or looking at a commitment. I feel like looking at different viewpoints, different sides of, especially like in a pyramid. Pyramids like, well, I'm seeing it like this, but it's more like 4 sides. But maybe like that. I'm saying like as far as 3D going up. But yeah, for some of you, it could be in a situation of, in order to say yes, you are freeing yourself from past obligations, emotional obligations, like I said, commitments, things like that, that you feel no longer serve you. And that way, you know, you'll be able to see more clearly the different points of view, to see your circumstances and to see this new energy coming forward to you, or you're going forward to, more clearly, in a more, I don't know, see it all for what it is kind of thing. Like you see it from all different angles. So it looks exciting. It's interesting how just that, like, it's like, and I do feel like some of you guys are creating this little bubble. Like you might be cleaning this space up, but you guys might be like in like a wasteland. I mean, not saying this is wasteland, but you know what I mean? I just feel that mentally that's what you might be feeling. Like you might be like in a wasteland or getting out of a wasteland, and you're creating this little bubble for yourself of like getting rid of the old stuff, getting rid of stuff that no longer serves you. You know, you're in a cave, you're not in a cave, but you know, you have this safe space, and they're like dancing, like, yeah, it really feels awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for you guys. Ooh, heavy. That's like hitting my sacral energy. Okay, so, and who knows, maybe some of you guys are working on your sacral energy or your sacral chakra, and or some of you guys need to go forward in this space. So whatever you feel drawn to, if you feel drawn to look into that, there's also a lot of videos on YouTube with different music and different frequencies and different stuff like that, singing bowls, things like that, that can also help balance our chakras. And there's a lot of different videos for sacral energy. So if that feels like something you want to do, that you feel drawn to, I suggest you check it out. And this is blue, purple. Those are different than sacral, but I do feel, yeah. You guys are getting your power back. That's what I see, like, in doing this. That's super exciting. Sorry, I'm just really happy for you guys. It's cool when I get to tap into these things and I can like see it, and I can like almost like feel like as through the cards, like I like not experience it through you, because obviously you guys have your own things you're doing, you know, only you are in your own shoes. However, it's cool, I get like a little glimpse. Although I am a Pisces rising, so I probably have more of a, I'm in your shoes more than someone that wouldn't be, I guess. The Pisces rising. Spirit, God, universe, what is Pisces coming up against? Energy, people, influences, and life-wise. Not against, but just encountering. What is Pisces encountering for the month of July? Especially in regards to the reading so far. What does Pisces need to be aware of? And let me know in the comments. I mean, well, your guys' is a little bit different this month, so maybe I shouldn't tell you guys that. But normally, as I'm making these changes throughout the different readings I do throughout the different months, let me know in the comments, like, what's, how you're liking it, what you're thinking as far as, like, how I do the cards and stuff. I mean, I know my style is not other people's necessarily, so I'm not trying to be like other people. I'm just doing whatever I'm shown. But I would like to know, like, yeah, like how that is getting received. So yeah, what are you coming up? And I don't read reversals. So 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles. I will say this deck isn't usually just all purples and blues. So like, I mean, some of you guys may also want to work on your crown chakra too. It may just be really good in general, in a good place right now. You might be activating things in your crown chakra, but you know, whatever you feel guided to do. But yeah, usually it's not just like these color schemes. I was actually wondering how this deck was going to go in relation to this. So apparently I got my answer. So 3 of Pentacles is it's kind of a combining strengths. Hold on, Pentacles, Swords. So some of you guys are dealing with I mean, it doesn't have to be, but Pentacles is generally financial, material matters, things like that. And swords is thoughts and verbal, so communication. But yeah, it doesn't have to be. But some of you guys might be dealing with combining your strengths, especially with this card as well. Maybe you guys have a business coming up. Maybe you're closing out an agreement or a contract or something. That's what that ring, you know, could symbolize for some of you. And you're allowing a new opportunity to come in. You're allowing yourself to see a new opportunity where you're combining your strengths with others. Again, it doesn't have to be in the whole business realm per se, but regardless, you're opening yourself to the new energy coming in, to where you're able to see in all different viewpoints. And I feel like, I just realized this is like supposed to be all one person, but even still, it feels like maybe you're combining with your strengths and almost, you know, different sides of yourself. And it's a blessing to others. I feel like it's, you know, it's a blessing to others. It's a shine. You're trying to shine yourself, and in doing that, that is going to be encouraging to others. However, you do have a tendency to get kind of in your head about, you might be in your head, I mean, not in your head about it, but you might be, you know, trying to make a choice of, you know, what does this look like? Like for some of you that haven't made that yet, that haven't really realized that you're sweeping away that ring, that commitment, it might be a matter of making the choice of, am I sweeping this away? Is this done? You know, in order for you to really nurture, you know, nurture, tend to the material and the, you know, financial matters and things like that. Some of you guys, in order to make that choice, you know, of, I'm not going to handle this anymore. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm not going to be part of this commitment anymore. You know, this no longer serves me. You might be, you know, coming to a place where you really need to tend to the material things, and you need to not just tend to them, but influence them. Understand the influence you have. Understand that, you know, in your strength, you are able to come to this place where you can touch the realm outside of you, like the physical realm outside of you. Like you can nurture it. You can change up the energies, even just by, you know, taking care of, like I always say, like Queen of Pentacles is almost like a nurturing, like creature comforts card. It's almost like, you know, baking cookies for someone, or like knowing like, oh, you know, are you comfortable? Like making sure everyone's comfortable. So, yeah, I feel like as like you'll have that energy in yourself to be able to start being like, okay, this doesn't belong here, that doesn't belong there. In your, it could be, like I said, some of you guys, a business matter, or a matter of being like, okay, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. That's why you're pushing out the thing. You're breaking the chain, and you're going to be like, okay, now taking care of not just yourself, but others in that capacity, not necessarily because of for others, but rather, you know, in just seeing that teamwork where you are a more functional person for yourself and a more beneficial person for yourself, and therefore better for others as well. And ultimately, I mean, it ends up being at the Nine of Pentacles card, where it's a matter of, it's kind of a resting card. It's resting, but it's resting in the idea that you've done what you can so far. You've done what you can to build this up. So you can take a break and not think it's all gonna go to crap. And it's not even just like you can take a break, because you might not be there yet, but it's that energy of trusting the universe that everything is so in order, and you're doing what you can with the options that you have, that if you are called to take a break or shown to take a break, you have that confidence in what you've created, or you have that confidence in what you are creating to be its best self, to be able to do that. There's something else in this though. Hold on. For you guys specifically. For some of you, for maybe a very small portion of you, there may be an element of taking a break from taking care of somebody, or knowing that, you know, the universe has it, as far as like when you're trying to take care of somebody in your life. I mean, I just see smoke, and I see like, just like, yeah, like a patient, like somebody in your life that's kind of, you know, and this idea that like you may be able to take that break and just trust that you may be called to take that break, or called to bring in that energy of trusting that you don't have to, like, it's even like the energy, yeah, that you don't have to subscribe to the idea that you're all they have, because the universe has it. So there's a very small few, or maybe just one person out there, whatever you're listening, you know, you're coming to a place in doing this and closing all these boundaries, putting these boundaries down and getting rid of that commitment, that thing that you don't need to be the only person in somebody's life anymore. You don't need to be what keeps them kicking, what keeps them going. Because in doing that, you've kind of been holding on to ancestral patterns and being chained and kind of limiting yourself to where you haven't been able to shine and be your best self to help others even. I mean, it's not for others per se, but as you are your best self and you grow in yourself, then you're able to help others as well. And when you're in this chain of needing to deal with this person that may be really just focusing on the appearances of everything's fine, but putting all of the responsibility of making everything fine on you, and a health-wise thing, or, you know, a taking care of them thing, like, yeah, like you can understand that when you have this role of taking care of them, or not taking care of them, but taking care of yourself and affecting, you know, the pentacles aspect, affecting it, you know, influencing your environment, you also start gaining that in yourself. So it's like what you give to others, you are allowed to take for yourself as well. You're allowed to treat yourself as good as you treat others. Wow. And I mean, in that too, like, oh, jeez. Yeah, it's a matter of putting down boundaries. There might be someone in your life that's doing that and greedy, like the way she's holding that and like holding it still. And it's like, I just feel this energy of that. So there might be one group of you or one person or whatever that you need to hear that it's okay to love yourself as you've loved others. It's more than okay. And to give that to yourself. And it's okay to take a break and to say, I'm not the only avenue of survival in this situation. You don't have to sacrifice yourself to make somebody else's life great, because that's not your job. That's not the way it works. There doesn't always have to be a sacrifice, even if it may seem that way in the moment. It may seem like, I mean, it's funny too, because it's like, and for some of you guys, this is you, and you're bringing in this energy and starting to do it to there. But for some of you guys, this person, that in order to do the Nine of Pentacles and like allow yourself to let go of taking care of them, you have to, yeah, in doing that, being like that with them, being their victim in that way, in everything, enabling them in that, you've kind of almost mimicked their energy and became as not greedy, but like just, it's changed your outlook on the world, outlook on your abilities in your life. So I'm not saying don't be loving and take care of people, but it's just know that you can't take care of people with the mentality that there's no other option. Because as soon as you put your foot down and you put your boundaries down as to how you want to be treated and how things work and how things are you're going to allow to work for your life in your life, then they'll have an opportunity to be able to be forced to see other options instead of robbing from you. Okay, so that was heavy. There's still more. I can feel it in me as I'm saying this to you. So whatever group you guys are, you need to take care of yourself and know that you don't need to mimic them in that energy of scarcity, because that's what happens. That's what happens with the ancestral patterns. You're getting rid of that right now as you get rid of the coin, the ring. Oh, jeez. Okay, action plan for this. Spirit guide universe, thank you for everything you're showing in regards to the reading so far. That's crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the action plan? What does Pisces need to do to get out of this situation? What does Pisces need to do that they're not already? How does Pisces need to see this? What do they need to, what's their action plan? Sorry, that's really heavy. I'm like, now I'm blank. Jeez. Oh. Oh, wait, I want to do something though. So the bottom of that deck, I could do the bottom of that, but let's do the bottom of that deck. So as far as the theme of what's being shown right here, it's death. So end of a cycle, beginning of a new. So end of this mentality of everything has to be the way this person's saying, or everything has to be from you. You have to be the sacrifice. End of that. Sacrifice that thought so that you can bring in, break the chain, get rid of that commitment, whatever it is that you've committed to that's now old and dirty and no longer serving you. I'm not saying, go do this, get divorced, go do that, but you be true to yourself. Be true to yourself as to if you're in a healthy position right now, like what you're allowing in your life that no longer serves you. And that honestly, in this sense, like no longer serves other people, even if they don't know it or not, it no longer serves, like it's not bringing good to anybody. It's like, allow this new energy to come in, this new healing, this new, like, just say yes to this new energy, this new opportunity. Okay. Let's just do 3 cards. 3-card draw. Look at these. They're so like, coinciding with the colors. Oh my gosh. And not all this deck is like this either. Like, look at, like, there's a lot of purple, but there's also like a lot of like oranges and pink. Well, that's pink, but there's still like oranges and stuff, like, yeah, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, how do we get through this? We balance things out. Okay, we balance things out, we mix things that might seem like it won't go together right now, but ultimately for a new creation, and also with a heart of hope. Like, look at that, she's almost like like she's in her own world. She's found, it's like hangman energy, like she's found her own peace inside herself. That's the strength that she gets in order to do this, is that energy, and make your choice. Decide, don't be stuck. Decide if you need to go into a mode in yourself where you are listening to yourself and you're not necessarily available for them or available for energy to manipulate you, available for these ancestral patterns. You're not in that way. It's like the cave in there. Like, you go and you survey things from your either cave, high point, whatever it is, where you can hear yourself clearly and you can see yourself. And I really feel like it's kind of like this. So it's like, okay, you take this temperance energy with the joy, you go here, you make your decision, and then you allow yourself to choose you. Choose you. Yeah, choose you. I feel like for some of you, I'm just going to say this. For some of you, it's choosing an opposite pattern than you have in the past. Because the Hermit is Virgo, you might be dealing with a Virgo, either for the good or either for this deal or like in general good in yourself. That might be an ally. But also it's opposite sign to Pisces. So you could also just be needing to choose to act in and be in a way that is normally not been your pattern. It's outside of this. It's a totally new thing. It's a new cycle. It's after the death card, then the new thing comes through, or it allows the new thing through. But yeah, regardless, you have your light, you have this, just trust you got it. You've got your guides, you've got it. You just make your choice. Oh, but what I was saying, so you have this energy here, you make your choice, you choose you take that piece from that, guess what you do? It comes right back around again, and you balance more stuff out. You have this joy, you do this, you choose you. Always what it is you just keep choosing you. It's the cycle where you keep choosing you, and in doing that, you balance the things out in your life that need balancing, and you end up being a light for others. Like there, I said you have your guide, but guess what? You have this one too. So it's like you end up being both like following your guides, but also being leading. You end up leading, and it comes from a place of trusting instead of being like, oh, this is the only path. It's only me sacrificing. That's the only way things are going to get done. No, you hold down your own fort. You hold your boundaries down. You know, you're your advocate. You're your own advocate. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. So, theme of that, Ace of Pentacles. Yes, this is a new opportunity, a new business thing. I mean, look at this. Some of you guys might be in this unhealthy situation through business opportunity, through this old stuff. And it's like, no, you need to get out of that because there's something new on the horizon. You know, it's a new one. It's like, and it's like lit up. It's like, it's a path. And it's like, and there's so many different like ways to go in it. Like, it just feels very good. It's, you have something really good coming up for you, Pisces. So you just have to get out of this old cycle in order to usher it in, usher that energy in. Spirit, God, universe, what do we have here? What does Pisces need to know as far as all this reading? What do you want to tell Pisces? What are you telling Pisces? Thank you. I feel like an opening up, like literally, like it was like hard saying all that, but then like as I'm saying this, it's like I'm feeling just like opening up, like my throat is opening, like heart chakra is opening, like all this stuff's opening up. So I feel like this is like just completely healing for you once you've put that boundary down. But you're on the right track. I mean, you're sweeping it. You're just clarity. There you go. See, it's going to give you clarity as you do this, even if it might seem like, oh, it's nothing. And I don't know what else is out there for me. I don't know what the what is it? Not opposite, but what the alternative to taking care of this person is, or to taking care of this connection. You can say that all you want, but boom, as soon as you start choosing you start being chosen, and you start having clarity in your life to be able to see the opportunities that are coming for you, with you, to you, clearly. So, oh, I guess, I mean, maybe here, responsibility. You take the responsibility yourself. You're your own advocate. I mean, look at, she's like on her way, like here. I mean, she could be here and it could be great, whatever. But then she's over here. So sometimes you have to take the responsibility to take the break and get out of that energy and really make your choices. Choose you, Pisces. Yeah. So let me know if that resonates, how it resonates. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to share this. I mean, some of you guys, Pisces, you need to hear this. Even if you think people need to hear this and they're not Pisces, like they might have Pisces in their charts. Like I said, this is, I think I said this. I don't remember if I did. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, or Venus. Anybody, yeah. But yeah, so if you don't subscribe already, be sure to. That way you don't miss out on my readings and my content I put out. I do a lot of pick-up piles as well. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Hold on. Yeah. Part of you, those of you that this is you, part of you have held on to this and been this nurturing person in order to try not to be like this person, or try not to let that energy in. But in doing so, you've kind of adopted this belief that that is the only way for things to go good, is if you sacrifice yourself and you're the only person nurturing. However, as soon as you step out of the way and you don't nurture out of a place of obligation anymore, but rather only in a place of love, when you feel is supposed to happen, and like energetically, like you actually get guided that way. And so you stop giving in to that, then you'll be able to be more free in your energy, and you'll be able to no longer sacrifice yourself, and no longer send out the message to the universe that that's okay, that that's your purpose, because that's not your purpose. You are made for amazingly great things, Pisces. So yes, I will see you guys next time. Thanks.